Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluento, everyday English for real life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. And if you're new here, welcome. This is the place where we talk about real life, real feelings, and real English together.
Exactly. We keep things simple, honest, and a little bit fun.
A little bit. Anna keeps the fun very controlled.
I do. It's a gift, David.
It really is. Okay, so today we have a topic that I've been thinking about for a while now. And it started with a small, strange moment that happened to me last month.
Oh, I love when David has a story. Go ahead.
So I was waiting in line at a bakery, just a normal Tuesday morning, and the man in front of me, completely ordinary. Simple jacket, messy hair, nothing special about how he looked. But when he turned around to pick up his coffee, he just smiled. At no one in particular. At the air, basically.
At the air?
At the air. And I remember thinking, who is this person? And why do I suddenly feel so calm?
That's actually beautiful.
Right? And then he left. I never spoke to him. But I thought about him for the rest of the day. And that got me thinking, what is it that makes someone truly memorable? What is it that stays with you after a first meeting?
And that, everyone, is today's topic. We're going to talk about confidence, first impressions, and why the way you feel around someone often matters more than how they look.
And don't worry, this is an A2 to B1 level episode. We'll speak slowly and clearly. And if we use an interesting word or phrase, we'll explain it right there in the conversation.
No need to pause and run to a dictionary. We bring the dictionary to you.
Exactly. Okay, Anna, let's start with something personal. Do you remember the first time you really noticed that confidence changes how someone seems?
Yes, actually. It was my first week at a new job, maybe 5 or 6 years ago now. I was very nervous. New office, new people, new everything. And I walked into the meeting room and I just froze.
Oh no.
I stood at the door like a statue, not moving, not speaking, just existing awkwardly near the door.
We've all been that statue, Anna.
Thank you, David. So I was standing there, and a woman, a colleague I had never met, she looked up, smiled, and said, "Come in, grab a seat. We're just getting started." Just like that. Very simple, very calm.
And
the whole room felt different immediately. One sentence, that's all. But she said it with such ease, like she wasn't nervous about anything, like the room was comfortable and I was welcome in it. And I sat down and I thought, I want to learn how to do that.
that's such a good example, because she didn't do anything dramatic, right? She didn't make a big speech. She just spoke with calm confidence, and that changed the whole atmosphere.
Exactly. And that word atmosphere, it means the feeling or mood of a place or situation, like the emotional air in a room.
I like that. The emotional air. And confidence can really change that air. It can make a room feel warmer, safer, more relaxed.
Or the opposite, of course. If someone walks in with nervous energy, tense, shaky, apologizing for everything, the room feels different too, a little more tense.
Which is completely human, by the way. We've all been there. I remember a job interview once where I was so nervous that I answered the first question before the interviewer finished asking it.
David!
I know.
What did you say?
I said, and I will never forget this, I said, I work very well in a team and also alone and also in any situation.
That's not an answer, that's a panic.
That was absolutely a panic wearing a suit. Yes.
Okay, but, and this is important, did you get the job?
I did, actually.
So maybe your panic was charming?
Maybe. Or maybe the bar was lower than I thought. But the point is, I walked in scared, and it showed. And showing fear in a first impression changes how people see you. Not forever, not in a cruel way, but it changes the moment.
And this is something so many English learners understand very personally, because speaking a second language already takes courage. You're thinking in two languages at once. You're worried about grammar. You're worried about pronunciation. And all of that can make even confident people feel suddenly very small.
Yes, and when we feel small, our body shows it. Our shoulders go up, our voice gets quiet, we stop making eye contact, we say sorry before we've even started speaking.
And here's the interesting thing. People don't usually remember if you made a grammar mistake, but they do remember how you made them feel.
That's really true. If you speak with a warm tone, with eye contact, with a little smile, people feel comfortable. And when people feel comfortable around you, they like you. It's almost that simple.
Almost. David, let's talk about what confidence actually looks like, because I think a lot of people imagine it as something loud, something bold, someone standing in the center of the room, speaking very loudly, being very sure of everything.
Right, like a movie character, the confident hero who walks in slow motion and says something clever.
Exactly. But real confidence is often much quieter than that.
Much quieter. I think real confidence is more about being settled. And settled here means calm and comfortable, not rushed, not trying to prove anything, like someone who has arrived. Not physically, but emotionally.
I love that. Emotionally arrived.
And you see it in small things, the way someone listens without interrupting, the way they pause before they answer, not because they're nervous, but because they're actually thinking.
Or the way they're not constantly checking their phone or looking around the room to see who's watching them.
Right, there's a word for this kind of calm, steady quality. Grounded. If someone is grounded, it means they feel stable and secure in themselves. They're not easily shaken by pressure or other people's opinions.
And grounded people are really lovely to be around, because when you're with someone grounded, you feel like there's no performance happening. What you see is real.
Yes, and that honesty, that realness is incredibly attractive, not just romantically, in friendships, in work relationships, in any human connection.
David, I want to bring in something a little emotional here, because we've been talking about confidence like it's something people either have or don't have. But I don't think that's true at all.
No, definitely not.
Confidence grows, slowly, and sometimes painfully slowly. And I think for a lot of learners, whether it's English or anything else, there's this idea that you have to wait until you're ready before you can be confident.
Wait until my English is perfect. Wait until I know enough. Wait until I'm sure I won't make a mistake.
And then the confidence will arrive naturally on its own.
But it doesn't quite work like that, does it?
It really doesn't. Confidence comes from doing the scary thing, not from avoiding it. Every time you speak, even imperfectly, you build a little more trust in yourself.
It's like, and I know this is a simple image, but it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, it doesn't grow. You have to put a little pressure on it, even when it's uncomfortable.
And the uncomfortable moments are not signs that you're failing. They're signs that you're growing.
I really believe that. I think back to my worst, most embarrassing English moments.
The interview?
The interview, yes, but others too, and now I can laugh at them. They don't hurt anymore. They're just stories.
And stories mean you tried. Stories mean something happened. Stories mean you were there, in the room, making the attempt.
Exactly, and that courage, the courage to try anyway, is honestly one of the most attractive things a person can have.
Completely. Okay, David, I want to do our word moment now because we've used some really wonderful words and phrases today, and we want to make sure you leave with them.
Yes, let's slow things down and go through them together. Listen carefully, and then we'll repeat each one.
The first word is atmosphere. Atmosphere means the feeling or mood of a place or situation. The atmosphere in the room was warm and relaxed. Repeat. Atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Great word. Next, settled. If someone feels settled, they are calm, comfortable, and not trying to prove anything. She seemed settled and at ease during the interview. Repeat. Settled.
Settled. Now, grounded. A grounded person is emotionally stable and secure. They are not easily upset or shaken by outside pressure. He stayed grounded even in a very stressful situation. Repeat. Grounded.
Grounded. Next, a useful phrase, at ease. If you are at ease, you feel relaxed and comfortable, not nervous, not tense. She felt completely at ease speaking in front of the group. Repeat, at ease.
At ease. Now, make an impression. To make an impression means to leave a strong memory or feeling in someone's mind. She made a great impression in her first week at work. Repeat. Make an impression.
Make an impression. Okay, next, tone. Tone is the feeling or emotion behind the way you speak, not just the words, but the warmth, the energy, the color of your voice. His tone was kind and encouraging. Repeat, tone.
Tone. Now, approachable. If someone is approachable, they seem friendly and easy to talk to, not cold, not scary, not closed. Her smile made her seem very approachable. Repeat, approachable.
Approachable. And finally, connection. Connection is when two people feel a real, genuine link between them, a moment of understanding. We had an instant connection. We talked for 3 hours. Repeat, connection.
Connection. Beautiful word to end on.
Those are genuinely useful words. And notice, most of them are not complicated, but they give you a much richer way to talk about people, feelings, and social moments.
Exactly. Instead of just saying, she seemed nice, you can say, she had a calm, approachable tone, and the whole atmosphere of the room felt warmer when she spoke.
Much better sentence.
Much better sentence. Okay, David, let's bring this home. We started with your mysterious bakery man.
My calm, smiling, completely memorable stranger.
And we've talked about confidence, first impressions, growing slowly, and the fact that people remember how you made them feel more than what you said.
If I had to sum it all up, and I've been thinking about this, I think the most powerful first impression isn't the most polished one. It's the most genuine one.
Say more.
When someone is genuinely comfortable in their own skin, not performing, not pretending, not trying to impress, there's something that just lands differently. You trust them faster. You relax around them. You remember them.
And that man in the bakery, he wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was just present, fully there.
Exactly. And that presence, that simple, human, unhurried presence, was the most memorable thing in the room.
And for our English learners, that's a message worth keeping. You don't need perfect grammar to make a wonderful impression. You need warmth, you need eye contact, you need the courage to show up and try.
Your mistakes won't erase you from someone's memory, but your kindness, your calm, your genuine interest in the other person, that stays.
That always stays.
That always stays.
Well, I think that's a beautiful place to end today.
It really is. Thank you for spending this time with us. If today's conversation meant something to you, if it made you think or smile, or maybe feel a little braver about your English,
Then please like this video. It helps more people find us. And leave us a comment below. Tell us, what's one moment when confidence, yours or someone else's, changed how you felt about a situation?
we genuinely love reading your stories, every single one.
And if you want to keep learning with us, there's a new video waiting for you right now. Just click and keep going. Your English is growing one conversation at a time.
Take good care of yourselves, everyone.
This is Anna
And this is David.
from Fluento, everyday English for real life. See you next time.